Well, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Wow, what a crazy weather day. I haven't seen the forecast, but we just got done training clients here at 6 a.m. Just opened the door for them, getting ready for my 8 a.m. clients, and the sky is looking very ominous. So as you sign on, let me know how are things looking in your neighborhood. Definitely out to the west, looking pretty dark. I might actually take you outside, show you what it looks like. Let's do that actually. Let's head out. I'm gonna go outside with you. So we are in Kirkwood at Mark Anthony's Gifts and Spa. Let me know how it's looking near you. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Tim. I'm gonna open up this real quick. Let's head outside. I want you to be careful and be safe. It feels gross out here. It's warm. Outside, look at that sky. Look how dark it is. So how is it looking where you are? Are you inside? Are you safe? Since I'm not taking a look at a TV to see what the weather's like, tell me what they're saying. So here we are, Mark Anthony's Gifts and Spa. We're right next to, have you ever been? An incredible restaurant, 119 North. So for those of you that have been wondering, where are we personal training? Where am I doing styling? It's right here in Kirkwood, right in the heart of Kirkwood. We're at Kirkwood and Jefferson. And yes, I'm outside and it looks nuts out here. I'll go inside in just a second. We've got a really powerful topic. A woman named Deb asked me to talk about eating disorders, and that runs the gamut, right? So as you're signing on, let's get a handful of people on. We've got about 16 on right now. Let me know what it's looking like where you are. So yeah, you can't even really tell. Oh, there we go. Kind of tell. Look at the skies look angry today, don't they? That does not look good. I'd like to stay out here. It's a little stuffy, a little humid, so it's not the best to be outside, but let me know. So welcome to Kirkwood. Welcome to Mark Anthony's. Let me go back inside. So I have clients on Wednesdays and Fridays at 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. So they just wrapped up to 6 o'clock, and we've got 8 o'clock clients coming. I hope they're safe. So Dot and Alexis, if you're on your way, please be careful. All right, so we've got about 20 of you on. That's what I like. I like to get about 20 on. Let me see what you're all saying. Oh my gosh, it's bright in here. So good morning. Let's say good morning to all of you. Julie, good morning. Tim, BJ, hi Katie, Dana, Carrie, Renee, good morning. Carrie says good morning. Sean Fitzgerald, good morning to you. Thomas, cooler weather coming. Okay, so what's the temperatures? Julie, let me know. You can be my meteorologist. Liz Ann, good morning, Dan. Severe thunderstorm warning until 10:15 in Columbia, Illinois. Yuck. There's a line of storms coming in. Okay, Renee, thank you. Be careful, everybody. Linda Eckert, good morning. Good morning, everyone, she says. Jeff, Carrie, it's nasty. My friends in South Missouri got hit by a tornado. Oh, I hope they're safe. Let me know that they're safe. Dana says good morning. Rain, thunder, and lightning in Beaufort, Missouri. Be careful where you are as well, Michelle. Jamie, good morning. And Jeff says it's 69 in Jerseyville. Well, I'll tell you what, it definitely feels like it is definitely hot. And I guess that temperature is going to be dropping. Marilyn, good morning. No, I need to fly home today. Yeah, Jamie, be careful. Jamie's had a wonderful trip, I hope. She went off to, I think she was in Punta Cana, maybe, or Dominican, something like that. So be careful, Jamie, when you're flying. Keep an eye on the weather here at home. Maybe switch some flights around if you need to. I would hate to be flying in that kind of turbulence. Susan, good morning. And Debbie, good morning to you. So as you're signing in, let me know, what's the weather like where you are? And I love to know where you are. Where are you watching us from? Missouri, Illinois? Are you in other states? Are you spreading this around to your family and friends in other areas? Because again, remember, this is the Real Monica Adams podcast coming to you live Monday through Friday. I was doing recorded sessions, remember, on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I realized, nope, everybody wants to interact and be live, so let's be live. So we're going to probably set up cameras here at Mark Anthony since I do train on Wednesdays and Fridays, and that way I can go from here live every Wednesday and Friday. So you don't have to have the recording. Let's go back. Everybody's chiming in here. Carrie, they said a trailer got hit in their town. Family of 5 missing. Oh my Lord, let's pray for them. Everybody, please be safe. 72 in Greenville, Illinois. Michael, good morning to you. Patrice, love Punta Cana. I was there beginning of March. I went with an old boyfriend and my mom and my 2 nephews years ago, probably about 15 years ago. And yes, we had a great time. Arnold, Missouri, iffy rain, says Peggy. And good morning. Calm before the storm here. Yeah, I agree, Linda. Renee's in Festus, Kansas City, Missouri. Hello, Julie. 36 degrees heading our way. Patrice out in Farmington. St. Peter's for Maryland. 73 in Germantown, Illinois for Sherry. Barbara, good morning. And June, good morning to you. All right, as you're tuning in, where are you watching us from? And are you spreading the word about this incredible podcast that's your podcast, done your way, your topics? Spread it all around to your family all over the U.S., all over the world. I've got a dear friend that's going to be joining me on the podcast. She is in Canada, and she's been wanting to join forces with me for a while, so we're going to do just that. She's going to be talking about a lot of incredible things also in the health and wellness realm. Oh, darn it. My client just said she's not feeling well and she's not coming into class. Well, darn it. I want you all to be feeling well today. I want you to have a good start to your day. I want you to be safe. So hopefully you can stagger going into work so you're not driving in this craziness. How many of you are able to work from home? How many of you are maybe retired? I'd like to know a little bit more about you. As I give you a little bit more about me, you've watched me or listened to me maybe for 30 years in radio and television. I'll give you a little bit more and more about me and my family. We get to know each other. We're getting real with the real Monica Adams. Millstadt, Illinois is Julie. Charlie Brown, good morning. Good morning, Tony, Patty, Carrie just shared. Thank you, Carrie. Bridget, good morning to you. Jamie, good morning. Very gloomy in Festus, Missouri. The breeze is picking up. Yeah, same thing here in Kirkwood, Dana. Angie, good morning. Barbara says she's retired. Tony is in Shiloh. Brian, good morning. And retired for Julie in the June of 2022. Well, congratulations on your retirement. My brother's retiring at the end of this month. It's so crazy for me to think he's retiring. Good morning in Wentzville to Kathy. Yeah, as you're tuning in, and then spread the word to your family. Tell them to get on. Tell them to follow me. I also want you to start following me as well. Renee's retired as well on my YouTube channel because we're going to be putting a lot of this content. I'm going to be asking some of my friends, etc., that are asking if they can help me out with some of the business side. We're going to take this content over the last 4 weeks, make sure that it's got a landing place on my YouTube channel. You'll want to follow that because we are going to be doing the YouTube TV show, which is really going to be fun. That's going to be all about lifestyle. It's all going to be focusing on incredible people, incredible human beings, incredible stories about what we have going on in our town. And I want to know where you're from so that I can focus on your town as well. Retired for, is that Rena? Good morning to you. Valley Mines, Linda. Babysitting my 2 younger grandchildren, ages 2 and 3. Good morning, Bridget. I've worked from home since COVID. Never went back, huh? Interesting. Yeah, a lot of people are able to do that. Good morning from Chesterfield, from Katie and the kids. Lisa, good morning. 20 years military. Thank you for your service. 20 years civil service and now retired, says Tony. Retired, but do wire, wrap, and weave jewelry. Well, how talented are you, Debbie? And Joan, how are you? All right, we got about 35 people on right now. So, the topic of the day. Good morning from St. Charles. Hi, Tina. Tina, I hope I see you tomorrow in class. Let's say that, by the way. Thursday night, life coaching class where you're actually on. Not like this where you're typing, but actually on with us. And we talk about some incredible topics. The highs of highs, the lows of lows, and everybody lifts each other up. So if you want to be a part of that, that is now open to the public. It's not just for my private 10 or 12 private clients anymore. That's now open. And then she's also joining us on Saturday morning at Force Performance in Brentwood. Working from home, loving it. I'm a health and life insurance broker. Well, thank you, Dana. Tony said thanks, and good morning from Flores in Orlando. Okay, almost 40 people on now. Good morning. Well, hi, Greg. Good morning to you. So it is the Real Monica Adams podcast, and today, so Wednesdays and Fridays, coming to you live from Kirkwood, Missouri. I'm going to keep an eye on the storms moving in. I want you to all be careful. I'll be careful here as well. If I have to go hide into the closet, I will. We've got an incredible topic that Deb actually asked us to address today, and it has to do with eating disorders. Will I get notification on Thursday? No, Marilyn, email me info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com, and then I'll let you know more information, how you can drop in. You can do drop-in classes. You can buy for the month, whatever you want, but I provide my Zoom link to you, and then you can join us on Thursdays. And I have guests on. We had an incredible guest, Jeff Kozatek, a couple weeks ago, and he talks about value like I do. You know, my hashtag is Know Your Value. My clothing line that I came out with. Oh, let me show you that, by the way. We just launched the athletic line. Women and men, and they call it cobalt blue, but a lot of my friends and family say it's Monica blue. So let me show you this. Excited. A little show and tell here. The girls were trying it on. I actually took some pictures of them in it. This is getting real with the real Monica Adams, right? I love it. Your podcast, your way. Okay, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Have a great day, says Ann. I'm retired but work my dream job. I like that, at a gift and decor shop and painting crafts and teaching paint classes. Okay. Karen, good morning. Billy, good morning. And Rose, good morning. All right, let's go back here. So look at this. They finally came in. Super excited. We've got, look at this. It's probably going to be backwards, isn't it? It's going to be backwards. Yeah, it's backwards. So it says, know your value. I wish I could do it the other way. It's backwards, but let's flip it around. Let's flip it around. Here we go. There we go. Know your value. It says a Monica Adams collection. Uh-oh. Now I don't know how to flip it back. Oh, crud. Maybe I have to do it the other way. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, we're back. So now you can at least see the inside of it. That's the inside. So it's Know Your Value, a Monica Adams collection. And then it has the MA on the pockets, all stitched up. The cobalt blue. They're super buttery soft. And then look at the sports bra. And then on the back, it's got the MA. I'm not going to flip it around again, but it says it's got MA. And then we've got some joggers. We've got some shorts for the guys. We've got a drop cut shirt for the men. Oh, can I just tell you how excited I am that we turned something that is such a powerful statement into something so cool that you can wear, that you can, thank you, Dana, thank you, that you can forever say, look, Monica told me to know my value, and it's actually on the inside of my clothes. Amen. Good morning, Linda, and good morning, Renee. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, my clients are all placing their orders, and we've got cobalt blue and black, and there's a really pretty green. We're going to probably be launching some other colors, and men and women both. So we got a lot of great things to come. Love it. Marilyn, thank you. She said, so excited for you. I am as well. 43 people. How are you? Where are you? Where are you watching from? Where are you listening from? Remember, this podcast, once it's done for the live, it's on this page. So you can always go back and use it as a resource, and you can take it with you. If you don't get a chance to finish the whole thing, throw your earbuds on, do whatever you need to do, and then watch it later in case you have to miss some. So go back and watch all those great topics that we've had for the last 4 weeks. Lynn says good morning to everybody. Hello, Chris. Okay, topic for today. Now, see, I get these notifications that people want to join me on video, and I did that one time and it distorted the picture. So let me look into that, because I know some of you are trying to ask to come on, but I just don't want to mess up the video. So I'll look into that. Chris, good morning. And Bill says he's at work. I'm going to keep an eye on. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. All right, everybody. Tell me what the weather's doing there. We're going to get into our topic. Belleville, Illinois, first time I caught you live. Well, hi, Diane. Glad to have you. It is so bad. You all let me know, because I'm not paying attention to the weather right now. You let me know if I need to go and get cover. Holy cow. I'm going to take you out here again. Look at that sky. That sky does not look good. It's getting darker and darker. So we're in Kirkwood again. Jefferson and Kirkwood, Jefferson and North Kirkwood Road. Mark Anthony's Gifts and Spa, and getting a little crazy here. Anybody have any lightning and thunder and rain starting yet? I think my husband swung by earlier. He's so sweet, checking in on me, and said that that he thought it was coming through until 11. Let me know what you're hearing. Sunset Hills. It's what? It's calm down here, but gloomy. Oh yeah. It's not far from us. Lisa, Carlene. And yeah, Diana, glad you're catching us live. Okay. All right. We've had some fun here for a little bit. Let's get into the topic. Pouring down rain, says Marilyn. Be careful, everybody. Just let me know if you think I need to do anything. I don't know if just let me know if it's a tornado warning. I hear it's thunderstorm, which is no big deal. Rain in Bridgeton. I'm in Fenton. So these are at this store. I missed the name of it. No, they're not at the store. So reach out to me and I can let you know how we can place the order for you. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Anybody else interested in placing an order for the workout clothes, just email me and I'll give you the information. And then hopefully we'll start to carry them in the store as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I was asked by Deb to cover the topic about eating disorders. So if you or someone, yes, Carrie, we have small, medium, large, extra large, and 2XL. She just asked about sizes, plus sizes, yes. So do you or anyone you know have currently an issue with eating disorders? Did you know somebody in the past? Can you share this along to them? I hope so. So let me tell you, in my 25 years of being a personal trainer, wellness director, transformation consultant, those are all the roles that I've had in businesses, corporations, and private. I have come across many people that either have been diagnosed with an eating disorder, or what you can tell in them by the lack of their nourishment, by the way the body's looking, that they have never been diagnosed. They've never honestly admitted that they have one, but you just try to help them along. Now, she told me a story, and I don't know whether she wants me to share parts of the story. I think she's on, and if she wants me to, I will. Carrie says, I'm a food addict in a 12-step program. Carrie, first of all, thank you for releasing that. Just having that alone to be able to say it is huge. I'm built like a football player. I need a medium bottom and a 2 times top. That's fine. No problem. Just reach out to me. Okay, so let's talk about eating disorders. Anorexia, bulimia, right? Body dysmorphia, overeating, undereating, all those things that go into it. Good morning, Cortez. So it's a scary thing because they're not seeing what we see in them. Julie, thank you for admitting that. She said she had anorexia in 1990. Deb, it's such a terrible addiction that from what is said to be one of the worst mental sicknesses. Yes, and there we go. That's what I was just getting ready to get into. It's all mental because, as I just said, they don't see what we see in them, right? We look at them and say, well, you're beautiful. You are trim, or you look incredible, and hopefully you're eating properly. And then we find out that they're not. I have a very dear family member, and I don't know whether she'd want to be admitted or not, so I'm not going to say who, but I have a family member who was bulimic growing up. And I used to hear that, and I would think, why would you go and make yourself throw up? That's just, who wants to throw up in the first place, right? We think about when we're sick, why would we want to get sick? And then when you're doing that, think about what you're doing to the enamel of your teeth and the acid in your stomach. All of those things. Ron says lucky. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. Brenda, good morning, and Walter, good morning to you. And yes, it is an addiction, and it is across the board, it is a mental sickness. It is, as I said, dysmorphia. So I will have people over my life that I've watched, and they are so addicted to getting on a piece of cardio, and they just push themselves and just wear themselves out, and they have to do more and do more and do more. I used to, there was a girl who became a personal trainer with me, and we had to actually sit down and say, enough. Enough is enough. What are you trying to run from? What are you scared of? What is it in your life that has you so disconnected? So it started with, let's introduce her to a counselor. Let's introduce her to some therapy. The number one thing is you've got to get them to talk, though. That is paramount. If they don't do that, then they're alone. Good morning from Highland, Illinois. Good morning to Katie. You don't want them to be alone, right? You want to reach out for them until it gets so bad if they don't communicate that they become hospitalized. Julie, my youngest is 10 years free from bulimia. She still struggles, but is doing much better. Fantastic. So Julie, share. How did she start taking the steps to be able to get better? Because that's the number one thing. Now, I've got a couple of clients that I helped along the way, and they're thriving. Don't we all want to thrive? They're thriving today. But I have watched people overeat. I've watched people I've watched them malnourish themselves. I have seen the effects of bulimia and anorexia. Deb, this is a really powerful topic, and I know that you're suffering with someone that is close to you. That is, these people get down into, 60s, 70 pounds, and you look at it, and here's the thing, though. If you tell them, oh my gosh, you're so skinny. Oh my gosh, why don't you see what I see? That's not what's going to help them. That's not what's connecting with them. I wish my loved one would want to get help. Yes. So we have to take them along. So we have to show care to them. We have to say, I'm so worried about you. I care deeply for you, and I want to take you to this program, because they're not going to do it on their own. No matter what client that I've trained that had that in them, they wouldn't have gone on their own. We had to have this heart-to-heart, deep discussion to where the emotions just came out, the reason behind the overeating, undereating came out, and then it was hospitalized. than it was going into a program, like one of the ladies said earlier, that she is in a 12-step program. Good morning, Shelley. Good morning, Terry. For those of you that are just tuning in, but can you be really heavy and still have an eating disorder? Wait. Oh, but you can be really heavy and still have an eating disorder. Yes, that's what I was saying. Overeating and undereating. Absolutely. I see people that they, for whatever reason, and that's why you see the psychology behind the disorder, is because it all comes from, it's not the food, it's deep into here that is disconnecting. Absolutely, 100%. Vicky, good morning. Sarah, good morning. So you can absolutely be heavy and you can absolutely be unbelievably thin, and it runs both ends of the spectrum. And the psychology is what is the main aspect of the importance in this, that it's not the food. It is masking the pain. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Sharon. Masking the pain. I've said this to so many clients in the past and current clients that I'm life coaching. You are masking what the real issue is. So what do we need to do? Get to the real issue. So it's no different than someone using alcohol as an addiction, using drugs as an addiction. Food is the addiction. Debbie says yes. Diane says yes. I just got chills. So remember, whenever I'm doing this live podcast, there's always a point where I just get unbelievable chills because that's that connection. Diane says it's very painful. Yes, you don't want to have pain. Think about pain just in our bodies, right? Oh, my shoulder aches. I've got arthritis. I had shoulder surgery. I had foot surgery, whatever it may be. So we think about the pain from that. Well, the pain and the scars on the heart and on the mind sometimes are even deeper. And those are the things that people can't see. So how do they help you? They can't help you because they don't know it's there unless you start communicating, unless you start realizing your value and how important you are and how you got to get deep into the soul and the mind. So it takes a form of baby steps communication. Get them talking. I don't care if they don't want to. You've got to get them talking, because it's the same thing when people that are so depressed and so alone, they feel like they're so alone. They feel like there's nobody there that can pull them out of the doldrums of their darkness. And then we see suicide. We don't want it to go to any of those. But in order to get away from that, we have to communicate. It's the number one thing. Communicate. As a young teen, she put all pictures of skinny actresses on her wall in her room. I didn't think of it being an eating disorder until when I got older and looking back. She did bodybuilding and got down to really skinny, but she has quit that. Yeah, Julie, by the way, that's what I'm talking about. I have a woman who was a personal trainer with me, and I haven't run into her in a long time, but I just remember her being so obsessed. And that's another thing. It's like a lot of people who have an eating disorder also have many times have a link to obsessive compulsive disorder. So there's disorders going on together. It's the mental side of it all together. It 100% is a mental illness. Kimberly, good morning. Diane, I'm 62, but I'm not sure there is any hope, but I keep trying. Of course there's hope. There's hope as long as we have breath in our lungs. Diane, never give up on yourself. I don't care what age you are. I said this the other day when we were talking a couple weeks ago about careers and people changing careers. And I said, if it's in you, if you deeply want something bad enough, I don't care what age you are, you'll do it. Diane, of course there's help for you. Do not give up on yourself. I want you to communicate with someone who's close to you. I want you to start the process of talking. You matter. You're valuable. You're beautiful. Believe it. Alex, good morning. Carrie, my mother died of obesity-related diseases. My doctor asked me in January if I wanted to beat her to the grave and age. Since January to yesterday, I've lost 20 pounds. Congratulations. Obsession is somehow intertwined. Yes, Debbie. Cheryl, good morning to you. Okay, we're talking about eating disorders. I want you to pass this along to someone that you deeply care about, that you think may have that. They either have been diagnosed with it, maybe they're in a program, maybe they've been hospitalized, maybe they haven't yet, and maybe it's early on in the stages instead of them living lifelong decades of having an eating disorder. As I said, anorexia, bulimia, overeating, again, undereating, malnourished. It's all of those levels that it's not the food. It's the pain that they're masking by doing an obsessive amount of cardio. It's never enough. That's what I saw with this one person. Never enough, and then barely eating. No, I swear I'm eating. And we're like, there's no way you're eating. Now, there's another whole thing where people go, well, this person I know is really skinny. Well, skinny's one thing. There's body types, obviously, right? We know the whole rundown of the ectomorph, the endomorph, all those different things about a body. And then we eat for our body type, maybe, because there are some, different types of eating programs where the blood-related eating programs that are best for us. And then there's, like I said, body form that there's studies that have been done of, if you're an ectomorph, eat this way, endomorph, eat this way, etc. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about someone having small bones and they're thinner. I'm talking about truly having an addiction where they're anorexic, and truly having an addiction where they mask and show everybody else, oh yeah, I'm eating. I go out to lunch and dinner with my friends and I'm eating. And then when you turn around and you leave, they go in the bathroom and they're getting sick. They're forcing themselves to get sick. That's the bulimia that is so scary. And again, if you look deeply into the studies of bulimia and you see that every time they're doing that, what they do to their teeth, so you start paying attention. We need to be more present and aware in each other's lives. And then what they're doing to the lining of their stomach. Let's see. Hold on, let's go back here. Let's go. Obsession. Okay, got that. Cheryl, good morning. Sherry, good morning. Addictions are painful to watch. Makes me wonder how some people can overcome it and some can't. Communication is huge. It is. No, as I said, no matter the addiction, food addiction, alcohol addiction, sex addiction, video game addiction, it doesn't matter what the addiction is. The addiction is all from running from something and pain that you're not addressing. I'm telling you, across the board. I can't wait for some of these topics for us to go deeper and for me to be able to have guests on. We're not able to have guests on right now. We started it just to build this community, and it's been incredible. I mean, look, we've had 45 people on and haven't stopped. And then when I look back, I'm seeing like 1,800, 2,000 views. And then the analytics of 20, 22, 30,000. The 30,000 people that we're touching with these type of messages, do you know what that does to my heart and soul? That makes me know that God and my dad were absolutely guiding me to the path at the very time that I was supposed to. That people feel pain in the world and they want to release. They want to find a way out and truly live and be present in each other's lives. I want that for you. So when we're doing it here, in between sessions, or I'm at my house, I can't obviously have guests on at my house. I could do some Zoom guests, but no, we wanted to go to the studio. So we're shooting for May 1st. That is my hope. And I want to have a big launch party, have you all be there, and we'll have guests on. It'll be a regular thing. And I'd like to revisit some of these topics, go a little deeper, have some guests on, maybe even have people who are willing to come on who are part of this and say, I've had anorexia, I've had bulimia, I've had these addictions. And I want to talk about it because you know that as you do that, you're helping others. And that's a powerful thing, that you then can be their role model. Good morning, Jen. Hi, Matt. I want to gain weight. It's hard. Okay, Kimberly, that's a different thing, right? So then you can talk with a person who is a registered dietitian and they can help with that. If you are just a body type that is smaller and you're wanting to put on weight, or someone who's smaller and wants to put on muscle, that's a whole nother thing. But that's something that also still bothers this, right? Because people they don't have the disorder problem, the eating disorder problem, but they're tired of hearing how skinny they are. Because remember, when someone says, oh my gosh, you're so skinny, that's no different than saying, oh my gosh, you're so fat. That hurts them. So we have to watch our words, watch what we're saying. If someone's wanting that, then yeah, go to a dietitian or go to research and look into supplementation, proper nourishment, how you can do that, because you absolutely can. Yes, it's hard, but then when you're talking with the right people who know how to do that, I used to write out programs for my clients, and then I teamed up with some incredible dietitians to help along the way, because it gets a little overwhelming to try to do all of it. So I was like, let's let them do this. Let me do the personal training side. Let me do the life coaching side. Let me do the styling side. Let me do the emceeing and auctioneering. Let's put all those passions together. And then let me have my group, my contributors, my team that will help you with that. So Kimberly, if you haven't looked into a really good dietitian or talked to maybe a great supplement store, they can help you with that. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's a mindset, Carrie says. Small steps, they need a circle of support. Absolutely. Good morning, Jeff. Jerry, good morning. Brenda, don't give up. Maybe talk to some women with your church or your just friends. Yes. Diane, I walk to get away from food. Then while I'm walking, I eat a candy bar. Okay, so there's a mental side, Diane, that you have to get to. You know you don't want to have that candy bar while you're walking. You're doing the walking to better yourself. So can you replace the candy bar with the protein bar? And then eventually the protein bar with actual, real, whole foods? That's the transfer. You can get there, believe. Diane, I would love to have you in my life coaching class so I can actually speak with you. If you're up for it, tomorrow night, 5 p.m., I will provide a Zoom link, and you can drop in. It's $25 to drop in, and then try it out. It's so powerful, and we can talk about some of these things. We can go a little deeper into it. Diane, you know you don't want that candy bar. I know you don't. Robert, good morning. Debbie, society hasn't helped always portraying perfect bodies. Okay, that's the last part I was going to get to before I had to wrap up. So Debbie, I'll come right back to that. I've started seeing a doctor, Jennifer Brockman, in Kirkwood. Good job, Diane. So you've taken the step. That's what you need to start taking. I said earlier, small steps. That's what's important. Good morning, Dot. Please be careful. Justine, good morning. Patrice, at one time in my life, I underate and overexercised. Correct. That's the person I'm telling you about. I wanted to see how thin I could get. Took me years to eat right. Yes. So many things that women and men do to themselves because of what they see in Hollywood, what they see on magazines, what they believe is the way they have to look. I'm so tired of Hollywood putting out there unrealistic things for people, for both men and women, that, first of all, is photoshopped to the nth degree. My husband, he'll always say, and God love him for this, a woman is supposed to have curves. He says it all the time. And he's like, what's the deal with showing just bone thin? And that's what women, notorious for decades, have always thought, well, I don't look like that. I got to try to look like that. And I got to do whatever it takes. Eating disorders, overtraining, all the things, exhausting themselves, not eating properly, all to try to get real thin. Why? Why? Because Hollywood says so? So what? It's such a small percentage of the world, and that's who we're living our life for? That's never made sense to me. Debbie, good morning. As you know, I have had loved ones with addictions. It's a constant battle. I want so bad for her to change. Yes, and that's the other thing. So a dear friend of mine, he was really upset last week. I held his hand, held his wife's hand. We talked about a problem that his sister was having, and he cried, and I said, you remember, I'm always here for you. That's the thing. People need to know that someone's there for them. I said, I will always be there for you, but understand that you can't help her if she doesn't want to help herself. You've got to take care of you. And, you know, he was so upset because their father's not here anymore, so he feels the weight of being the patriarch, and it gets hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it to try to find a way out. It's worth it to put our loved ones into a program. And they might get mad at you initially, but in the end, they'll thank you, right? The end result. They know that you care. They just don't want to admit it. They want to lash out at you. Joan, good morning. I overeat. It's like muscle memory for me. So, Barbara, why do you overeat? Why do you think you overeat? Cheryl, good morning. Laura, good morning. We have to love who we are and nurture our body in a healthy way. Yes, Debbie. So let's go back before my client. One of my clients is not showing up, and I might have a private then with the one that is coming. So I know Dot signed on here and said, is watching. I just said, be careful. So let's talk about Hollywood. So I was looking around here to see if there are any pictures of any magazines. I actually have to applaud Mark for not having that in here anywhere. I don't see that. So yeah, see, so when you come into a store, do we have to have pictures up of unrealistic things? Sure, there are models. I trained models for many, many years. That was their choice. That is their choice. That's the industry they want to be in. Okay, but I can tell you that the way I had to train them is so far beyond the way I would ever want any of my regular clients to train. I mean, I had women, young girls, I'm going to say young girls. I had young girls that were sent back from Paris, Milan, and New York because they had 1 inch too much on their hips. And I was like, oh my God, this is so annoying that this is think about what they're doing to their mental side. These people that have power over them. No. You can't walk the runway. No, you can't be in the magazines. No, you can't be on film because your inches are your hips are 1 inch out of the realm of what we want. Well, who came up with your freaking numbers? I'm sorry, I'm going to get real here, but it ticked me off. And I was like, how did I suddenly become a trainer to all the models? I love those girls. I loved on them so much it became like their big sister. But I had to do what the agencies wanted. And then I finally got to a point of, this is so unrealistic. And are they going to stay in it? The one wanted to be a Victoria's Secret model. She wasn't really following what she needed to do. I could tell she wasn't eating properly. I could tell that she was going out and having drinks with her friends. And then, heart to heart with her. Like, is this what you want? If that's what you want, then I'll get you there. But you have to believe in yourself, and you got to do the hard work. So we did. I trained her for about 10 to 12 months. She went back, I think, to Paris, and she is, by the way, a Victoria's Secret model. So there's success stories in what they want in their career field. If that's what you want, great. I'll help you with that. Do I believe in it? No. No, because that is not realistic life. And at some point when you finally are done, and guess what? Hollywood's going to tell you that you're too old. Hollywood's going to tell you, okay, well, now you're beyond this, or you're not tall enough, you're not thin enough, whatever it is, it's constantly, you're not enough. And what am I telling you on this Real Monica Adams podcast? You are. You are valuable. You are beautiful. You contribute to the world. You are a role model. You are a leader. You have to believe in yourself. Now, I want you to be healthy, though. What's happened now is almost the switch. I'm now seeing commercials and I'm seeing movies glorifying the other end of the spectrum, which is being overweight and unhealthy. It's one thing to have a body type where you're bigger bone. That's not what I'm discussing. I'm discussing if you were to have tests done, that a doctor would tell you that you are morbidly obese or that you are obese. Okay, I'm not talking about the physical side, the aesthetic side. I'm talking about what you're doing inside to your body. And then that's being glorified now. So supposedly it's gotten so far to the other side of the skinny that now it's, okay, well, let's just miss the middle of being healthy and working on ourselves and eating properly and drinking our water and doing our workouts and working on our mind and our spirit. Instead of that, we skipped over it. We went over the arch and we came over here and we're glorifying obesity. What? What happened? We are disconnecting, world. Why did we not go from this, get away from this, and go right here? Right here in this middle ground is where we want to be. This is called health. This is called do the work. This is called own your life. Okay? I wish I could take this part and take this clip and put it on social media and make it go viral, because this is what I want for the world. You know what? Feel free to take this if somebody wants to edit it up and put it out there, because that's what's important. Stop glorifying anorexia, bulimia, and undereating and bodies that are this thin, not realistic, and then skip over the importance of health and come over here and then say, well, it's been this side so long, let's go over here and glorify this. Are you all seeing that, by the way, on commercials? And it's okay. It's okay to be obese. No, it isn't. We missed the importance of health. And again, I'm going to stress, for those of you that are overweight, if you're doing something about it, you are trying to get healthy, you are working out, you are getting on a program, you're eating healthier, you're in those steps, guess what? Then you're coming right here, which is what I'm asking. I'm not asking you to stay over here in obesity and morbidly obese, because it's a danger that you are doing to yourself and others who are watching and thinking that it's okay. That's what I'm getting to. We have to love who we are and nurture our body in a healthy way. Thank you, Debbie. Exactly. Aunt Tootie, hello. I think Photoshop and filters need to be marked on social media so people know what's real and not. Amen, Sherry. Too many people compare themselves online, which isn't good for our mental health. Mental health, it keeps going back to that. I see it behind the chair all the time. So she does incredible work on hair and makeup. And I think you should be at least 18 years old to be allowed to sign up. That's a good point. I have somebody I used to work with in television, and every time she would post a picture of herself, I would go, what is that? That's not even her. Like the chin would change, the neck would change, the eyes would change. I would look and go, it looks like an alien. I mean, you don't even look like a person anymore. What is wrong with society? We've got so many topics to discuss in that. Jeff Silver, good morning. Deborah, good morning. Did you train Carly? I'm friends with Kurt, her dad. Diane, no. I trained about 12 different models that are all over the world. I know Carly from television. She used to come into Fox. No, Devin Windsor is the Victoria's Secret model that I trained. But when I trained her, she wasn't really ready. She wasn't ready here, right? Now she is. She's actually, I think somebody told me she stepped out of it because she had a baby. I think she's pregnant again. She's living a great life. But that's the whole thing of, is it a temporary thing? Did you go through the mental side? Because it was temporary, right? You had to do it in that moment. And then you realize, I don't want to do this long term. Or you get to be 25, 28, 30, and they don't want you in the industry anymore. Well, now what happened? Now they mess with your psyche. And now what's going to happen in the world? You're going to put all this weight on because you don't care anymore. It's such a struggle. It's just this, it's like a tug of war. What's frustrating is I have seen ladies confirm I'm fat and I will be proud. And Monica, I really want to say something to them, but I would be the bad person. You'd be the bad person. Okay, hold on again. What's frustrating is I've seen ladies confirm I'm fat and I will be proud. All right, I'm trying to understand that. You want to say something to them because they said that you're fat? Is that what you're saying? Don't ever think you're a bad person. Don't ever think that you speaking your mind is going to be bad. It's not. I do want you to actually get things off of your heart and so in your mind, because that's what's most important. I'm letting my client in, so we'll have to wrap up here in just a second. Kelly, good morning. What's sad is she says she is a coach. Well, Kelly, a good coach wouldn't actually be saying to you that you're fat. Those words would never come out of a coach's mouth that truly cares about you. So, Kelly, is this your coach? Fire your coach if that's the case. Yeah, that is sad. I will never tell someone they're fat. I will say, let's get healthy together. That's what I will say. And that's what we do together. I've got clients that are dropping 40, 50, 60 pounds right now. I'm so proud of them. And I lift them up on a daily basis and tell them, I'm giving you the tools, but you're doing the work. When they say, thank you so much, Monica, you're doing this. Nope, no, I'm not. You're doing the hard work. Monica, good morning. Katie, maybe a subject for another day. I'm having hormonal issues causing me to gain weight, and all my doctor wants to do is put me on meds versus teaching me how to fix the issues. Excuse me, food, vitamins, minerals, etc. Yes, Carrie says, watch me. Yeah, see, that's my hashtag I said the other day. Yeah, let them watch or watch me. Okay, Katie, let's wrap up with that. That can be another topic altogether. So my client just got here. I'm going to train her, and that's what's important. Find what works for you. Find a good coach. Find a good trainer. Find somebody who truly cares about you. And let them teach you. Let them give you the tools to the best life that you deserve to live. Katie, yes, let me write that down. Let's get into the topic of hormones. Dallas, good morning. So we are getting ready to wrap up. So for those of you that are just signing on, go ahead and go back to this. You've got about a probably 45, 50-minute podcast that you'll be able to watch. I would recommend that you do something worthwhile and healthy while you're listening. Let it feed your soul as you're listening to the message, but why don't you maybe go for a walk or go for a bike ride or just be in a good moment, be in a calm place to take and receive the message. That's what's important. And then I want you to keep sharing this. Share it around the world. I want it to go viral, that this is a podcast that's going to change your life mentally, physically, spiritually, learning that whole balance and the healthy aspect of life. Let's do that together. So the hormonal side, Katie, yes, is a very powerful topic, and there's so many women struggle with it. I mean, that's the whole thing. If men really, I had a guy that I really appreciate, and he said, I wish more men would sit down and listen to what women go through from a very young age. I mean, think 12. Some girls I've even seen start as early as 10. Think about the lifespan of a 10 or 12-year-old, first getting their period, and then going through life until they're maybe 40, 50, a little above 50. Then they go straight into perimenopause, premenopause, postmenopause. I mean, you're so strong. That's why my husband always says women definitely are the stronger sex. Yes, because of what we go through and how we maintain that balance and how we stay strong. For all of you that have been blessed with children, your mothers, you're in the workforce, your wives, you have partners, whatever it may be, but you're taking care of everybody and you're maintaining this incredible balance. You're amazing. You're all unbelievably amazing. Denise, good morning. And postmenopausal and hypothyroidism is a real struggle. Yes. So Dana, very good. Dana and Katie, we will make those part of a future subject. It'll be later in the month of April because we are all the way booked up through the middle of April. I do want to let you all know that on Friday we were going to do the loss of a spouse, the loss of a parent, the loss of a child. One of the women that wanted me to address that topic, she is coming back from Florida. She doesn't want to miss it. I told her she could obviously watch the podcast later, but I said, or maybe you want to interact live. And she said yes. So we're going to save that for Monday. We're going to switch Monday's topic to Friday. Okay, so everybody just understand that. So everybody stay safe. Eunice, to you, said it. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day. Nancy, good morning. Julie said she has both. Thank you. Can't wait. And Jolene, good morning. All right, all of you, have a blessed Wednesday. Please be safe because the rain is just starting to come down here in Kirkwood. I want you to be careful out there. If you can stay home, fantastic. Good morning, Jolene. Have a blessed day, everyone. I'll be back with you tomorrow. I'll be live from the house. And again, excited as we're building up to the weeks to launching this in the studio. And then we'll have opportunities for you to come and do a real live workshop with the Real Monica Adams podcast. Some incredible things to come. All I have to say is thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in yourself. Thank you for wanting to be a better version of yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, and pass this along all over. Share these podcasts. Go back and share all the other topics as well. Start changing lives together as a community. Okay?